Paramahamsa Parivrajagaracharya Astottara Sita Sishimadi Divine Graces Confound Acharya Jagadguru A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajagaracharya Astottara Sita Sishimadi Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koi Vaishnava Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kura Ki Jai Prem Ko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srila Sadi Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Pramananda. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. Glory to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Vita Bhutale Shimati Vadicita Shanti Namaste Krishna Pada Prabhupada Shitan Gaura Karana Shakti Vadiciti Nam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottam Divim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudi Nasta Praesha Vadreshu Ityam Bhagavata Seva Bhagavati Uttama Sloki Bhakti Bhavati Siki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanatana Shalakaya Chakshurunvisham Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavisham Kapitam Yena Bhutale Yamrupa Kadamahim Veda Vishvakantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Yutapatakam Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajiva Advaita Savaduta Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sita Krishna Param Sahagono Lalita Sri Visekhan Vitam Vischa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopisa Gopikakanta Radhakanta Namaste Taptakanchana Gaurani Radhe Vishnu Devi Pranamami Haripriya Takalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sandhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanivyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Pratara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 14, The Forest of Enjoyment, text number 5. Text number 5. Tatra, to that whose household life, Gataha, gone, Damsa, gadflies, Masaka, mosquitoes, Sama, equal to, Apasadai, who are low class, Manojai, by men, Salabha, locusts, Sakunta, a large bird of prey, Taskara, thieves, Musaka Adibi, by rats and so on, Uparudhyamana, being disturbed, Bahi Prana, the eternal life air, in the form of word and so on. Quachit, sometimes. Parivaratamada, wandering. Asmin, in this Advani, part of material existence. Avidya Kam, by ignorance and lust. Karma Bihi, and by fruitive activities. Uparakta Manasaha, due to the mind's being influenced. Anupapanna, Artam, in which the desired results are never obtained. Naralokam, this material world. Gandharva Nagaram, a willow the wisp city. Upapanam, existing. Iti, taking it as. Mithya drishti, he whose vision is mistaken. Anupashati, observes. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Sometimes the conditioned soul in household life, being attached to material wealth and possessions, is disturbed by gadflies and mosquitoes, and sometimes locusts birds of prey, and rats give him trouble. Nonetheless, he still wanders down the path of material existence. Due to ignorance, he becomes lusty and engages in fruitive activity. Because his mind is absorbed in these activities, he sees the material world as permanent, although it is temporary, like a phantasmagoria, a house in the sky. Purport. The following song is sung by Narottam Das Thakura. Ahankari moto hana, nitai podi pashiria, asatri sitakori mani. Due to forgetting the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda and being puffed up by material possessions, wealth, and opulence, one thinks the false, temporary material world to be an actual fact. This is the material disease. The living entity is eternal and blissful. But despite miserable material conditions, he thinks the material world to be real and factual due to his ignorance. Hare Krishna. This is a continuation. Sometimes the conditioned soul in household life, being attached to material worlds and possessions, is disturbed by gadflies and mosquitoes, and sometimes locusts. Birds of prey and rats give him trouble. Nonetheless, he still wanders down the path of material existence. Due to ignorance, he becomes lusty and engages in fruitive activity. Because his mind is absorbed in these activities, he sees the material world as permanent, although it is temporary, like a phantasmagoria, a house, the sky. Prabhupada used this word, phantasmagoria, utopia, will of the wisp. These are Prabhupada's, you don't find it, not a common English. What is phantasmagoria or utopia? You know the meaning, utopia? Huh?
It's a dream where all things is correct.
Yes, utopia. Utopia. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. But we create it by imagination. Right? We create it by imagination. For example, there is nothing like golden egg. There is egg, there is gold, but we don't have golden egg. It's phantasmagoria. It doesn't exist. Similarly, There is happiness. There is enjoyment. But in a conditioned state, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. It is, what is it? Wishful thinking. Yes, wishful thinking. No conditions will experience what is enjoyment. Just as a sick person will not enjoy food, palatable dishes, cannot enjoy it because we're not in good condition. So this is Narottam Sakura's song. Asatiri setekuri monidita pada pasuriya ahankar moto haya. Papa quoted this song many times in his lecture. Asatiri satya karimani nitai pada pasariya. Instead of us to take shelter, along with another doctor's feet, which is the real shelter. The real shelter is the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. But we have accepted asatiri satakurimani, non-permanent as permanent. What is not real, we have accepted it to be real. And what is real, we have rejected to be real. It is called ignorance, illusion, phantasmagoria. So the lotus field of Nityananda Prabhu is real, is permanent, it's existing. There is no shelter in this world, anywhere. There's no shelter in this world, anywhere, except the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. The lotus feet of a bona fide representative of Nityananda Prabhu. That is the only shelter. That is the only shelter. Everything in this material world is like a quicksand. Quicksand. You know quicksand? Quicksand. It looks like sand. It is sand, but just on the surface, the water is under. Very deep water is under. If you step on quicksand, you are going to sink. So in this material world, we are all sinking because you are standing on quicksand. But everybody is thinking the quicksand is sand. Phantasmagoria. It is not a sand because you are going to sink. When enter the water, under the quicksand is a very high current. Very high current is there under. To sweep whoever enter it. His Holiness Radha Maharaj told he had this physical experience of in his search for self-realization. He passed through all this. He almost got drowned in Ganga. Almost. Yes. Because he stepped on the quicksand. And he was calling people for help. He saw a boatman on the boat. He was calling, but the boatman cut off and left him. Only in the midst of Ganga, he was able to survive. We are all being swept up by quicksand in this material world. Why? The desire for sense gratification. The desire to gratify the senses places one on a quicksand. And we are being dosed by all directions. All directions. Here, And Sukadeva Goswami is speaking. Sometimes the conditioned soul in household life, being attached to material wealth and position, is disturbed by gadflies and mosquitoes. Understand? Huh? My spiritual master, he calls it gadflies and mosquitoes in this sense, little people. Understand? Little people. Little people. Little people. You understand? No. If you become a wealthy person, right? If you become a wealthy person and famous, not only the wife and children are going to harass you, common people also will be harassing you constantly. Give me money. Give me money. Give me money. They will not ask you for Christian consciousness. They will ask you for money. Yes. I'm poor, give me something. I'm hungry, give me something. These are called little people. And it is happening also, little people in our movement. A guru that has little people will constantly be harassed by disciples who every day they won't tell you how their japa is going. They will always tell you this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. These are called little people. Little. Mature people will tell you how the japa is going on. The assignment which the spiritual master has given, how they are making progress, how they are progressing, how they are manifesting it. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes do not give good association. Right? Yes. Gadflies, bed bugs. Bed bugs. You understand? Bed bugs. Yes. Bite. They bite. Constantly biting. Every time, little people will complain. Every time. They can't share Krishna consciousness. Cannot share. Yes, this morning we're reading about little people, and I don't want to be little people. We want to be mature people. That is not shared. Little people will always share complaints. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? And who is doing the wrong thing? But I will not point to myself. Among the little people. For me, I'm a serious person, I'm not a little people. All others are little people. It's a little people. We don't see the need for higher things. We are preoccupied. We are preoccupied with things which are perishable, which will end. As far as this material world is concerned, it's not a spiritual world. As far as the material world is concerned, we will always have something to talk about. We will always have something. So should an intelligent person waste the time for impermanent things and forget the reality? No. That's illusion. The reality is, if we give our attention to Krishna, we will not see those things that we are complaining about. We will not see them. We're seeing them because we're not seeing the reality. Yes. If you have the reality, if you enjoy, you will not see suffering. If you are suffering, you not see enjoyment. They are opposite. So if one is engaged in full Krishna consciousness, we will never have anything to complain. That is why you see pure devotees don't have anything to complain. It's not because they don't see what you are seeing. They don't see it because they're on a higher platform, a different platform. We are seeing it and being affected because that is where we are. Asatri Satakuri Mandi, the Thai Poda Pasaria. No taking shelter alone, it's enough. We are going to be dealing with the externals, with the non-permanent. And the non-permanent will always bring non-permanent results. Yes, that is how it goes. Little people. Due to ignorance, he becomes lusty and engages in fruitive activities. And some of us think that by dealing with little people, we are very important. Yeah? If we spend our time dealing with little people without giving them pure Krishna consciousness, we are simply wasting our time. Just say if a so-called philanthropist person is simply giving people food, giving people clothes, and no Krishna consciousness, what is the value of that? Who can be more philanthropically minded than King Niriga? Who can be more than King Niriga in this material world? Who? But what was the result of King Niriga's charity? King Niriga introduced himself to Krishna. My dear Lord Krishna, let me tell you, if you have ever had to charitably dispose people, my charity is like the sand at the seashore. That is how he introduced himself to Krishna. But what is the result of such charitable disposition? What is the result? A lizard. That's the activity of little people. That's the result of being a little person or little person. We will remain miserable because we're following the path of misery. Just like people who are always thinking of problem. Because the problem is the deity they are meditating, they will always have problem. If you don't want to have problem, don't think about it, don't call it, don't meditate. So meditate on Krishna. That is Krishna's request. Manmana Baba Bhakto Majaji Man Namaskuru. This is what Krishna requested. Think of me. Krishna didn't say we should think of somebody else. Should think of me. Always think of me. Think of me, Krishna, because that is where material world is terminated. Material existence is terminated. And then feet of Lord Krishna. The termination of material existence. It doesn't go beyond that. Material existence doesn't go beyond that. It is terminated at that point. Madman, always think of me. Yes. Become my devotee, because a devotee duty always, the devotee always practice thinking of Krishna. That's a devotee. A devotee is a person who is constantly or practicing thinking of Krishna. He's practicing thinking of Krishna. He will or she will come to the point of 24 hours thinking of Krishna by practice. By practice. It is by practice. Yes. We think of Krishna. Becoming a devotee of Krishna. A devotee will think of Krishna because that is the object of meditation. You need to think of Krishna favorably. The devotees think of Krishna favorably. That is devotional service. And with a full respectful obeisances. Full respectful obeisances. Yes. Namaskuru. Offer obeisances. Madhyaji, a devotee worship Krishna with everything that you have. Everything. Everything is Christian paraphernalia and everything is used in Christian service. That is a devotee. Therefore, a devotee can own the whole world. Is it not? A devotee can own the whole world. A devotee should own the whole world. Like Prabhupada. Prabhupada own the whole world. Everywhere you go, Prabhupada is there. Prabhupada is there. With everything, with all paraphernalia, all facilities. That's a devotee. Because the property of the father belongs to the son. Yes. When the Lord Nrsimhadev killed Hiranyakasipu, Prahlad Maharaj came before him, was praying. He was praying. From my practical experience, I have seen my father. From practical experience, I see my father every day. Hiranyakasipu. The second person in history who made the 6 seasons present. The second person is Hiranyakasipu. The first person is Krishna himself. The second person is Hiranyakasipu, not demigod. Hiranyakasipu. All the 6 seasons were present by force. In Krishna, it was out of obedience, out of service. But Hiranyakasipu is by force. By force. They were all present. So Prahlad Maharaj said, I have seen, if you are talking of power, I've seen you with my father. If it is a fame, I've seen it with my father. He controlled the whole demigod. Narambuni confirmed that. Narambuni told him out of humility, apart from Shiva and Krishna, Vishnu, everyone is under the influence of Hiranyakasipu. He was very humble. He didn't mention himself. But he's among those who are not controlled by Hiranyakasipu. So he mentioned that. So, Prahlad Maharaj, I saw my father, the power, put all the demigods under his control. 6 seasons were all present. Means what? 6 seasons means facility for sin gratification. I saw all the work of my father. I saw all the work of my father. Longevity. Long duration. I saw you with my father. In fact, everything materially, my father has all. And at the same time, I have noticed something. My father was unable to control his anger. He's always miserable. And why my father is like this? Osoto Sotokori money. So this is his problem. I don't need Lord Nrsimhadev. I don't want to be like my father. In other words, what is he saying? Sanatana Goswami said, Prahlad Maharaj said, no, no, no. How many? 3 times. Means what? Don't give me my father's position. I don't want sanctification in the past life. No. I don't want sanctification in present. No. I don't want sanctification position next life. No, no, no. Three no's. I don't want. Past, present, future. I don't want. I don't want. Because I have seen it all. I have seen it. I have seen. What is it I have not seen with my Father? Whatever we think of this material world, he got all of them, but he is most miserable person. Always is always thinking, my enemy, my enemy, my enemy. What I don't have, what I want to get, what I don't have, what I want to get. She's miserable. Don't give me this thing. As soon as he finished his prayer, Holy Spirit said, I give you the kingdom of your I give you the kingdom of your Father. You take everything and rule. Right? He suffered to perform austerity to get it. He didn't enjoy it. His son, Prahlad, didn't perform the austerity he performed, and he got everything very easily. Because he said, devotee. Devotee Christ. So devotee on everything. Why? Because a devotee does not have attachment. Therefore, Krishna has a confidence in the devotee. Krishna has confidence in the devotee. Idam tetu buhya tamam prabhakshami anashuyave. Krishna has confidence in the devotees. Therefore, what? He can make them his representative. So Krishna said, my dear Arjun, I'm giving you my confidence. I'm giving my heart. I'm giving it with all confidence because you are non-envious. And they can say who is envious. All the demons are envious. Devotees are non-envious. Bhaktos meshakasiti. That is the relationship. That is the nature of a devotee. Above everything else. Two, a devotee is exalted because Nirmama, he does not have possessive nature. He doesn't have possessive nature. Sometimes the conditioned soul in household life, being attached to material wealth and possessions, a devotee is Nirmama, the possession. At the same time, yes, everything as Christians paraphernalia, and he uses everything in Christian service. A devotee is exalted, is free to preach everywhere in the world. Hare Krishna. Comments? Questions? Hare Krishna.
Very interesting. But with this purport, we understand that all the qualities of the Paramahamsa. Because devotees of that level, they are not envious, they are not attached. But here, we as devotees, we have some attachment. Despite we are doing our devotional service, when we go at work for 8 hours, as we say that we should be 24 hours Krishna consciousness. But the stress of work doesn't really give us the time to think about Krishna. This is one thing that I personally I have experienced. And generally speaking, we as devotees, we have attachment. In the sense that I've been abroad, I've seen devotees, they are more on the platform of business because the accommodation factor when we stay, the payment when the infection that we do. So this indicates that understanding that we have some attachment. So how can we free ourselves and become not to that level of Paramahamsa, but evolve in that direction?
What is wrong being that platform? What is wrong being there?
No, because we have some impediment of attachment.
But how are we going to get there?
This is what I'm asking you. How can we, as very low, little person in a way, to become at that level?
Krishna Prema. What is Krishna Prema? Phantasmagoria? How do you get there? Oh, yeah. Everything has process. Everything has process. We are working, yes, you say, 8 hours. For a genuine devotee, that is devotional service. It is indirect devotional service. We have direct devotional service and indirect devotional service. Indirect devotional service is your 8 hours of his work. As a devotee, that work. It is not nothing devotional inside. Right? Like yeah, arresting miscreant, giving them punishment. It doesn't have any bhakti here. Yes, it becomes bhakti because you are a devotee. And as a devotee, what do you do with the profit? What do you do with the profit? Engaging in service of Krishna. It becomes indirect devotional service. We should have that mindset. Yes. I'm not thinking 24 hours of Krishna. Do you think that every pujari attend to deity the whole day is 24 hours Krishna conscious? Eh? You think so? It's not like that. It's not like that. It is fortune that one is able to understand what to do, how to connect everything we do in Christian consciousness. That's a great fortune. That is science you should learn. To connect everything. It's why Papa used the word dovetail. Dovetail. It is not devotional. We engage it in Krishna becomes dovetail. Dovetail. And he used other words, making the good, the best use of a bad bargain. That is dovetailing. Engaging the result of all our activities in the service of Krishna becomes pure. Yes, for some of us, we need that for the time being. But we should do it with the consciousness that this is what I can do for now, aiming for the highest. This is a stepping stone. It's a very subtle thing. We should try to understand this. If we don't have this consciousness, that service is not devotional, not indirect devotional service. It still remains a source of contamination for us. We have to make it devotional. That's why I use the word, if we are devotees, or as a devotee, this is what we should do. Then everything becomes purified. Then we will make an advancement from where we are. We'll make an advancement to the point we will directly get in devotional service. It's a beginning. That consciousness, that mindset we should cultivate. Cultivate that mindset. Then everything becomes real. It becomes a progressive march. A progressive march. To gradually move forward from where we are. We should do that. That is how we get there. We should not think that I will do nothing and one day I'll become something. No, we have to do something. Yes, to become something. We must do something. Yes, Paramahamsas are there. Do we hope to become Paramahamsas one day or no hope? So, then you have to practice. You have to practice. How do they get there? They don't just sit there like that. They don't just sit there like that. To get to that place is a process. But one is constantly practicing. One is practicing, following the always use the word, under the able guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. That is our chance. Under the guidance of able bona fide spiritual master. We will gradually falling. The thing we don't follow and we adopt our own process, that's the problem. This is the reason why we are not experiencing what we're supposed to experience. We should do it the way they are teaching us. We should do it the way they did. That's the meaning of following. If you follow like that, so we are cultivating their own nature. We are cultivating their own nature, and gradually, that is how we rise to that platform. That is the way of success for all. Very please.
In the course of the conversation, you spoke about Maharaj and Mirga, and for quite some days now, you've always mentioned Mirga and the services he did. And also you use it as the explanation of one would do service, one would do charity, but not God conscious, just doing it philanthropically. But now there is the contrast to that, which is that of Maharaj Harishchandra. Nirga did activities, and then the end of it became a lizard. Now Maharaj Harishchandra, he did activities in the nice way, in the path of truthfulness, sincerity, and dharma, and he lost everything. To the extent that he even had to become a crematorium attendant, to the extent that he even had to cremate his own child unaware. So how do we bridge these two? Now, there is also the side of every day when we come to hear, what we hear yesterday is always different from what we understand, what we're hearing today. So in my head, sometimes it looks like the words are scattered everywhere. How do we bridge it together so that we don't look also scattered in our head? These are my questions.
Um, the chapter heading is The Forest of Enjoyment. That is the heading. The Forest of Enjoyment. Means what? This material world is compared to the forest. And we are entering into this forest with the word also, another word you say is Gandharva. Means what? The desire to enjoy is Gandharva. That enjoy, the desire to enjoy Gandharva. So we're looking for the beauty of this material world, Gandharva. So it is nicely organized. It is we who are not hearing properly. That is why it's necessary for us to study these scriptures Because you see, what we speak in the class is different from when we study the book. It's different, not the same. If you will sit to study this, we will speak differently. The same thing will be different. So we should study the book under the able guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. So I'm giving you the forest of enjoyment, this material world, the beauty of this material world, Gandharva, and we want to enjoy it. Now, our acharyas are helping us to understand they dismantle everything before you can, or maybe we were here when we mentioned the gadflies, mosquitoes. You see, what do you gadfly? When you look at the gadfly, what do you understand? No, it doesn't. What is that? But when we explain, means what? Little people. Little people. And we explain, little people. Yeah. Not big people. What little people? People who constantly lament their miserable situations. I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this. Little people. The little people. We have also many little people. Many disciples are little people. We explain all these things. Yes. So it's making sense. This explanation. Explanation means to make it easier to understand. See, this is what I'm saying. If we are listening carefully, we can understand. Yes, this all these things. What are we learning from here? This material world is a struggle for existence, and nobody will be happy and satisfied here, despite our struggle. And it's better for us not to struggle. Better for us not to struggle. But we cannot do without struggling. See our situation? The meaning conditioned. Better for us not to struggle, because the more we struggle means the more entanglement. Anything we do in this material world, anything, but gross, subtle, to produce reaction negatively. So we are saying better not to struggle. Like a fish. If a fish is caught on a net, huh? If a fish remains at that point, you may have, and watch carefully, you may have a chance to remove the head from it, because net has holes. But the more the fish tries to struggle, you get more entangled. You can't get out. This is our situation in material world. So we said, better we should not struggle. We should be patient and use our intelligence to see. We'll be able to see how to remove our head from the net. But it is difficult to not struggle. That's conditioned life. And that is our situation. Don't forget, Krishna told us in Bhagavad Gita, karma bandhana. What is karma bandhana? All our activities are a struggle, which is entangling. Everything we do here is entanglement. Everything. Better not to struggle. And not to struggle, we cannot maintain this body. We cannot. Therefore, we have to struggle on Krishna level. That is Krishna considered devotional service. That is the only chance for us to struggle successfully. For us to struggle successfully is Krishna consciousness. But not many of us Not many of us have the fortune. Not many of us have the fortune. Even though the fortune has been given to everybody because as a human beings, we have access to Bhagavad Gita, especially in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is so blessed more than other ages. Other ages, by what time Bhagavad Gita is not in the street. He was the king. And Kali Yuga, Bhagavad Gita is in the street. Yes. That is our fortune. But still, our karma is extremely heavy that we don't have the taste to get out of materialism, entanglement. This is a very powerful chapter we should hear. If we hear this attentively, we'll be able to make a U-turn in our life. Even as devotees who are trying to be Christian conscious. So it's not scattered. It is concentrated. We need to have a focus, then we can get everything completely. Make sense? Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.